Let the gods, the darks from my generation, I'll take the come on, come on, come on, let's get it on. Forget the loss, the money, we're in this together and through it all. They said that nothing's forever and they refuse to see the change in me. Why won't they wake up?
Yep, we're live. Okay, awesome. So this is welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the show you want to be on a Tuesday night. But better than ever, PWF is always in the house. But we've got me, the host, Adam, aka Captain Awesome. We've got some few guys here. We've got first off though, you can follow us on Twitter at PWF is War, like us on Facebook at Broadcast Wrestling Fallout. And of course, you can join our group, which is a discussion group, which we do WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, Indies. So if you have anything to say about it, join that group, Broadcast Wrestling Fallout. That is the group. The links will be on the description. So all of them will be in the description. And of course, if you haven't already, you should subscribe, spread the word, tell friends, wrestling fans, see what they think of us and subscribe. So pretty much that. And so yep, tonight we are going to be talking about the Raw Fallout. So maybe some rumours if we have time, maybe not. But first off, got my team, my PWF team, got some guests. So we go to Aiden. So how's it going, man?
Alright mate, you?
Yeah, good, you're here. His debut, so you will see him more regularly on Tuesdays. So he's going to be on the show. And we got now Piro, he's back. Obviously, he did the NXT Takeover review. He's here.
How's it going?
It's good. And we got now the original PWF member. You have to give him this guy a duction. He is from the Bullet Club. Yeah, he is the Arabian Wolf. He's Paul Jay's. He's in the house.
Oh, what an introduction, you know. Happy to be on the show. A little late tonight. I ran late at work, but, you know, I'm not going to let the rain stop the party. Let's get the show on the roll.
Exactly. If you want to leave your plug in.
Yeah, I guess I will. I don't really like people, but if you like me, you can follow me on Twitter at @the_Arabian Wolf or add me on Facebook at Paul Jaser.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, I forgot to ask. Do you want to leave any plug in, Aiden? Is that your Twitter or anything, or no?
Yeah, it's I am Carbs, Twitter.
Follow you, alright. Cool. All right. And I think, Piro, you don't have anything, do you, to plug?
Nah, not really.
No. That's what I thought. So we start the show with, Raw. Had the segment with Evolution coming out, Triple H, Batista, Randy Orton. They were discussing what happened at Payback. They lost. Triple H wanted a rematch. Batista, grabbed the mic. He said, he's kind of fed up. All these lies and broken promises that Triple H told him didn't happen, and he basically just took the ball like you could say CM Punk did, or Stone Cold, and said, I quit. That's it, quit. But not just, and with the Queen, with like a waving goodbye. Batista was got some British in him, but hey. But yeah, he left. He quit. He said he quit, and so kind of not really a surprise because he's going to promote his movie Galaxy of the Guardians or something. So he'll be back summertime, SummerSlam or something around then. But he's gone. So. But I thought it was alright, segment, decent. But anyway, we go to Aiden. Your thoughts on that, man? The opener of all.
It was alright, I suppose. It was alright the way to open up Raw. I don't think it was that much shocking. We all sort of knew it would come in. It was just when.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wasn't really the shock value. No, pretty much he's quit. He's not done it. He's done it before, so he's done it 3 times. Like he did it with did it with the John Cena, I think, match, and did it on Raw as well. So done it 3 times. He's a quitter. So, but be fair to him. He did put over a lot of talent. So you can boo him and take a mick out of him. He did put over people. So so yeah. So anyway, we move now to Puro. Your opinion on the opener?
It was alright. It was gonna happen eventually, just because of the movie coming out. Everyone knew it was gonna happen, but I can see where it's coming from also. Just for the sole fact that Triple H is starting to be obsessed with beating them, even though he has now, in a sense, but that's the reason why he left, because he's not getting the opportunities that he wants. Because Triple H is so obsessed with beating them and having to beat them that he's forgetting about everyone else in the mix. So I can see why he quit, and for the obvious reasons.
Yeah, you're spot on. Yeah, so Triple H, hey, that's why he's got a big nose. He's not gonna tell he's not gonna tell the truth, is he? So that's the game. So anyway, we move to now Paul. Your thoughts on the opener, man?
Going into the opening segment, I didn't expect Batista to actually be on Raw and have an angle as to why he left. Of course, it's a storyline. He quit. He's going to promote Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a Marvel movie, I believe it is, and he's going to be doing promotional work and radio work and all stuff associated with that. I see him back maybe about SummerSlam or somewhat a month before. Still working back into the picture. I don't know what they're going to do with him now, considering what we have to talk about later. But, the segment was all right. I enjoyed it. I love the part where Triple H said, even if I did give you a title shot, you'd probably fucking blow it anyway. Batista took his glasses off. He's furious. That was funny to me. But, overall, I wasn't very surprised by him quitting. I knew he had to leave eventually. I just didn't know how they were gonna, take him out of the storylines. And I thought that was a great way to do it. And I honestly think it was the best way to do it, in my opinion. So when he returns, I believe he's gonna try to be a face, but I don't know how well it's gonna work for him. But yeah, the segment was okay. I just loved how Triple H made fun of him. That's the only really part I did.
I liked when Batista's face expression and he did that wave. It's just
the Miss America wave.
Oh god, I thought that was funny, but yeah, I thought it was alright, but funny. But you said Batista. Batista might try to come back as a face. You said I don't see that with the crowd keep taking a piss at him. I don't see.
Well, that's how they're gonna want to work him. So with him having this movie, I say, after you're done with the movie, you're ready to come back. I say take an extra 3 weeks and just straight up work on solid in-ring movement.
That's what he's been lacking because he's been not exactly.
He's worried about he's worried about training with MMA fighters and getting it. And what? What are you're rusty as hell in the ring. Focus on that first, then go on to that.
And he didn't exactly was a great in doing MMA either.
Terrible.
What Lesnar?
He shouldn't even wear an MMA shirt.
Exactly. I mean, what he wears to the ring is kind of ridiculous.
I like the guy, but he's gonna sell.
I read somewhere that he's been moaning about his ring attire, saying it's been too tight for him, and that's why he's not been able to perform as well.
Yeah, right.
Oh, right. I thought it's the opposite, to be honest with you. Right? I mean, what's with those knee pads, those long knee pads? I mean, come on. Ugh, get rid of them.
It looks like a sock with the end cut off.
Ugh. Terrible. But he's gone now, so you can't really say Batista anymore until he comes back. Take the piss out of him, but yeah. But, let's move on now, unless you have any last thoughts about it. No?
No.
No, let's move on then. To the first match of the night. It was a tag team match between Sheamus, the United States champion, teaming with RVD against Barrett, the IC champion, with Cesaro. You know what it was. It was alright. It was a decent match. It wasn't great. Could have been. I didn't like how Cesaro just walked out. Paul Heyman talked to him and told him just forget about the match. Paul Heyman's tactics, really, just to leave. Kind of I was disappointed with that. I thought maybe could have stayed, but in the end, when he left, you knew he was going to win. And Sheamus did Bros kick to Bad News Barrett, and then he tagged in RVD, did the fast frog splash, got the win. You just see how now the feud's not finished with Cesaro and Sheamus. It looks like. So they're going to still feud with the United States title. I'm surely he's going to have a rematch, and now RVD's pinned Bad News Barrett. You think he would get another shot for the IC title, which I'm all for it. So we'll see. But overall, the match quality could have been maybe better, but it was alright. It was alright match to start with. But we move on to let's go have Aiden. You have your say about the match.
It was alright. With Bad News Barrett in, with me being English, just tends to go over on me anyway. So
yeah, me you. Yeah, we're a big fan of him.
Yeah, love him. I think he's great.
He's doing a phenomenal job, definitely, with the Bad News gimmick.
He's definitely one to watch in the near future, I think.
Definitely. I think he could be a main eventer eventually. Could be the first British champion. But we now move to Piro, if you have any thoughts on the match.
It was boring. It could have been 100 times better. I find RVD and Sheamus to be very, very boring. Sheamus is...
Sheamus is boring, definitely.
I don't find him entertaining at all. The only two who are good in that were Barrett and Cesaro. One of them needs to turn, and they need to feud, because the feud with Sheamus and Cesaro is just very dumb. It's not good at all, and they're not. Cesaro will outperform him any day. So I found it very boring.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. It wasn't a watchable match. No, it was alright. It was average. As you said, Sheamus is boring. I think he's been boring for a few years, not just recently. But he's better as a heel. But
so much better as a heel.
He was so badass. I don't know why they turned him to a face. It's just the biggest mistake ever.
But it's like it's all like body physique. He's got so much power to be like a massive powerhouse, like an elimination chamber. I think he kicked through the panel.
Is it the chamber thing?
It's alright, but it means so much more if it was a heel.
Yeah.
Make people hate him a lot more.
I hear you. I agree. I think he could get so much, because he did get heat when he was a heel. When he was a heel, he was getting heat, and he did really well. He had some good feuds with, but I don't know. They just turned him to face, and he's just corny and very boring. Nothing. And he's he's more like a bully. I don't know. He comes in and like last Raw, he did the bros kick to Cesaro, just like that. He comes to the ring and just does it. It's not really a face, but so it is. But now we move to Paul. Yeah, your view on the match.
There's definitely logic why he's been a face for so long, and I'm guaranteeing you now it's probably because he sells high-end merchandise and he draws well for a face, and especially overseas and when they go on their UK tours and stuff like that, he definitely draws and sells big merchandise over there. So that's probably the majority of the reason they've kept him a face for so long. I agree he is getting bland, but I think his in-ring work is solid. He just needs something to switch up the character and bring some freshness back to it. It's been very repetitive in the last year and a half, so we need something different from him. As to oppose just turning him heel like everyone wants to see. I have no problem with it, but if you look at the current WWE roster, it's populated by all heels almost. There's really no name faces at this time. So that's reason number 2 why he's probably still a face, especially with the other thing we're going to talk about later. But like I said, it was a decent match. Like there's really nothing positive to say about it. Match that had the potential to be a very good match, which it wasn't. I don't know what happened in it. But you know,
Yeah, you have the right talent there. I just don't understand
all
it.
four of them are talented in my opinion. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
when you go out there and you hit heads and something just doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You know, you're on their ball every night and throwing 5-star matches out of your ass. So the big question here is though is not that Cesaro walked out. Is it Bad News Bear going to fire back at Cesaro? Because that's a feud I'd love to see.
Oh,
That would be
yeah.
amazing.
That's
Yeah, that's what didn't I say a few videos, a few episodes? I said if they did Bad News Barry against Cesaro in IC title tournament finals, I mean, that would have been could be a really good match, and then after they could feud maybe for the title. And,
It would have been great if they had, Sheamus drop the title in a spontaneous, surprising fashion to Cesaro. Have Cesaro and Barrett go into a feud, and they wanted to merge the titles, put them together. Even though I'm against it, but that's what they
yeah,
wanted. So I felt that would have been a good direction to use.
yeah. I mean, there was recent months about doing that with was it Dean Ambrose and Big E at the time. But
I'm
it didn't
so
happen.
against merging titles; it's unreal.
I don't think they should merge any more titles. I think it's pretty much enough because
Think about it.
I like the IC and the United States title. I don't want it merged.
Ever since they merged the WWE title and the World Heavyweight Championship together, there's been so many great talents that have just been fucking dropped off of television that aren't even getting used properly. They're completely underutilized now, and I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't agree with that. I think it's far more interesting when you have two titles. And, there's
yeah. Mhm. I was,
standing behind one guy's the champion. I understand that, but I don't know. That belt has way too much lineage to be linked to the WWE title.
exactly. It's like a building to when you have when you win the IC title, you go to the next step, maybe the next level down line to the main event for the title, for the world title, the WWE title. So I preferred if they kept, be honest with the WWE title and the World Heavyweight title separate, like they did before with SmackDown's brand has their own brand, like a spend, and Raw has like the WWE title, SmackDown the World Heavyweight title would be. They should have kept it like that. I preferred it that way. I never liked it.
It's like if you look at SmackDown now, what is it? It's just repeat of Raw.
Yeah,
It's like the second. It's just like the B show they call it. It's not
Yeah,
like.
but it's like
nothing's-
SmackDown could be used so much better.
Oh, it could
You
be.
could get your Dolph Ziggler's going and getting feuds going. You could get all these sort of B-card players that are just fighting for the sake of fighting, just showing up. Where they could actually develop some feuds and make it a little bit more interesting.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I think it should be like that. That's the most important. I mean, there's no on SmackDown. There's not really. They just carried on a little bit from Raw. So they don't. Like, there's not really much feuds on SmackDown. It's
No, not at all.
not really. No. It's like nothing. To be honest with you, it's like the most focused show is Raw to them. That's it.
And it always will be.
Yeah, it looks like it. So they used to call it a Super Show. So that's when they had other SmackDown people on Raw, but they do it anyway. So. But I don't know. I mean, they could have got rid of the world title. I mean, and then they just had one title. But maybe there's still hope that they might do the brand expansion. Have the world title on SmackDown again, or the WWE title on SmackDown, and the world title on Raw. But we'll see. But we'll see what happens.
Can I say something real quick? Sorry, jumping at the last second.
Yeah, I was going to move on, but if you want to have your last say.
Really quick, just in my opinion, I wish they didn't merge the titles. And with all the talent that they have on the current roster now, and more up and comers coming up in the future, we know the Ascension are going to debut soon. Cindy, Neville,
Yeah.
a lot of good guys. You got Devin and Kenta, guys like that coming in to take over when they move up. And why not go with the brand expansion and have the Raw and SmackDown again? They're two own shows. Hell, the SmackDown ratings were through the roof when they were doing that. They weren't just SmackDown to downgrade to the flagship program. They were SmackDown the show, and people wanted to see it.
I used to be looking forward to seeing it every SmackDown. Now I just watch SmackDown because
They did the
watch
draft.
it.
They had the drafts, the general managers for each
Yeah.
show. I love that. I thought that was
I
great.
look forward to the drafts. Those were the best.
Remember Paul Heyman was a GM, and there's Stephanie at SmackDown, and you had Eric Bischoff on Raw. And it's just those days. Even Teddy Long, I know he's not a big fan of, but when he started as a GM, he did pretty good. But then he started to be stale and boring.
He doesn't
It's
get
not-
enough recognition either. That guy worked his ass off from nowhere in the company to a top name.
Now, Raw's general manager will always be, in my opinion, Mike Adamle. That was the best one.
Yeah, he was a classic. Yeah, he was the best manager, GM ever. You know, he did some great, decisions. You know, put matches together. Yeah, great guy. I'm ashamed he's not around still. Well, he's doing. I don't know what he's doing now, but commentary now, basketball. Don't know what he's doing. Who cares? But yeah. So now we can move on now to the second match of the night. Really much to say about this match.
I'm sure I'll have something to say.
What are you gonna say?
I'm sure I'll have something to say about it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Yeah. It's a Kofi Kingston, against Bo Dallas. It's supposed to happen at Payback, but we know what happened at Payback. It didn't happen. The match, it was pretty much it was an alright match. You had Bo Dallas grabbed the mic. He says there's only one reason why the Miami Heat beat the Indian Packers. Is that because everyone on the Heat, everyone on the Heat believe. Trying to get a shot to them. Got a little booze there. He's not really getting much as a character. I know it's early days, but he's not really getting much of reaction. I'm not a believer, of course. But, I don't know. I mean, he's going to win. He's kind of squashing really Kofi Kingston. Beats him with the bulldog, whatever. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it was alright. It was okay, but
Kofi gave him a great fight, man. He was kicking his ass.
but he did have Kofi did have some move. He did have some moves, in the match. He did compared to other guys.
The sad thing is, you would figure, I don't like saying this at all because I hate when they do it to wrestlers, but
Yeah.
they should have dulled Kofi down at time in that match because he totally outshined fucking Bo Dallas.
That's why Bo Dallas went out the ring. He was like, I couldn't take too much of it. It's too much. He was like, yeah, baby. Or what he's in.
I think whenever Kofi Kingston's in a match, he always puts everything into it. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
he
always
does.
jumping about, doing his high flying moves, and
Yeah.
he's always for an entertainment value. It's always fun to watch Kofi. But it's like with Bo Dallas and all these like Adam Rose and these wrestlers like Kofi are just being used as like cycle, just for these lads to come in, get the feet before they can develop any feuds.
It's just to make them to shine better.
Yeah.
Like, to make Bo
Just to
Dallas
put
look
them over.
and look, Adam Rose looked great. I mean, look at Swagger now.
Yeah.
Well, we discussed about Swagger when he had a match, didn't he? So we discussed that in the review. So, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much I have to say about it. I mean after the match, I think he said tells Kofi he did a good job, and he just leaves pretty much. But yeah, I didn't really care about the match. But anyway, we move to Aiden. You can have your say now of the match.
It's like I said earlier. It's just
Yeah.
you when these sort of matches come out, when you get somebody new coming in, they go through cycles, and you get your Kofi Kingstons, and they're just putting them over, so you can really tell who's going to win it from the start. I agree with you. I think Kofi Kingston outshone Bo Dallas, and as for me, at minute, I can't say I'm feeling it from him. I just don't. I don't like the character he's doing. I just don't like it. Yeah.
He looks really creepy with that smile of his. I mean, when he smiles and I don't know, he just in the ring as well. He's like he can go in the ring, but he's just okay. He's not like
I find it.
He's not like Sam. He's not like up there. Like you have Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, who are doing much better than him.
Like Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville. These guys are like they're cool guys.
They're another level.
With Bo Dallas, I just find him cheesy.
That's why I was he was corny or cheesy.
Corny. He's just find him very corny.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm not a believer. I'm not going to be. Nah. He won't change my opinion. I just don't see it. I can just see him. Yeah, he's winning matches. A few months' time, he'd be jobbing out to other
Yeah.
people. To the next
Totally.
NXT guy, maybe. I don't know. Look at Xavier Woods. He's jobbing out to Bo Dallas. So.
Well, it's like I said earlier, I'd have thought they'd probably got a much better put over on Bo Dallas if he went in as the fourth member at Wyatt family. If he grew his beard and did some like character like that, it'd have been so much better than to go with this cheesy, corny believer gimmick that he's got going off at the minute.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be something different. You know, he needs to obviously grow the beard. He's got the long hair for it.
Yeah.
And he could do it. I mean, he can't. Him being a face didn't work in NXT, and that wouldn't work in the main roster. Because if he didn't work in NXT, it's not going to make him. It's not going to work in the main roster. But
Yeah.
could have been. Yeah, it would have been better than this gimmick. Bo leaving. But yeah. But we move on now to Paul. You have your thoughts on it?
I've been saying since he's debuted on the main roster, there's like a piece to the puzzle that's missing. Like, I know I've seen his work in NXT, and this is him. This is everything. You know, like I still feel like there's something missing. This can't be the whole total package. This can't be everything. Like, is this all he has to offer? Is this it? Is like, because to be completely honest, I'm not trying to be biased because I do think he is decent in the ring. He is smooth. He has good flow in his matches. He's not the greatest, but he's okay. He's young, so there's a lot of room to work with, and he has potential.
Yeah.
But as far as this gimmick goes, it has limitations to it, and I don't know. Is this all they have to offer with him right now? Because if they do, it's not going to work. He's not going to get anywhere with it.
Yeah, I mean, if you
So like
think.
I said, sorry, just real quick. The match itself, Kofi outshined him, and but what are you going to do? I guess we just have to sit back and enjoy the ride because I don't see him going much further if he sticks with this gimmick.
Yeah, it's not going to make him go for a threat for the IC title of the United States. He's not even near there, so definitely not main event. So I don't know where is it going to work because if he's not getting, we'll see in months. If he's still getting the same reaction he's getting now, I think they should pull the plug and I don't know.
It's like his character, like when he's beating somebody and he's going up to him at the end of the match and he's shaking their hand saying, "Oh, you did a good job." What's that to help start a feud or start something? Yeah, I'm just gonna kick your head in and then I'm just gonna say, "Oh, you did a good job." Oh yeah. What's the fucking point in that? I need to get their heads tested. Quite annoying.
That's a point. Yeah, I mean, especially shaking someone like Kofi Kingston saying he did a good job, and he's been there for years, and you're saying that to Kofi Kingston? Like,
that's why he pulled away from him. He's like, "Get the hell out of here."
He's like, "I'm a better wrestler than you. I should be better than this. So get the hell out of my face." Like, I feel sorry for Kofi Kingston because he worked his ass off to be where he is right now, and
He still does.
yeah, it's still
good,
yeah. And even any match he's in, he always tries his best to make good matches. So never complains. So they should change him around because he does need a gimmick. I would say turn him heel. I said it a few times. See people say, "Oh, it won't work because he's a likable guy and but he's not really getting much of a reaction. He needs a change. He's stale. It might work in being heel. They have to try it. Yeah, it might not work, but at least they tried. But I mean, a few months ago, he didn't mind. I heard in an interview he wouldn't mind to be a Paul Heyman guy. So let's see. But that's any last thoughts? I'm going to move on now.
No.
Nah, okay. So from that we had Stephanie McMahon. I think she was in the ring. She said Danny Bryan showed his true colours and says he's chosen himself over everybody else because he wouldn't surrender the title. And then she said Bryan will defend the title against Kane in the stretcher match at Money in the Bank. if he can't compete, then the Money in the Bank match will be for the title. And then John Cena came out, so he ended up being a segment. And Cena's like thanks her, about congratulating him about beating Bray Wyatt, which was the last man standing match. And then Cena says like the title picture has got out of hand, and he speaks to her as a champion, and he knows how to win or lose the championship. So it's like Brian has a champion, etc. Really, and in the end, Stephanie says in the end Cena will have a match with Kane, and then it started, But before I get into that match, it was, for how it was, Stephanie McMahon got obviously booed, pretty heavy. She's doing a really great job. Cena did alright. Some of it was same old, I felt, but it wasn't bad. He did a fine job. He did speak quite. He's on the mic. He's actually, he does a good job. But we move to Aiden. If you have your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid. Steph McMahon delivered it quite well. Imagine she's been doing quite well on mic recently, though. I think.
Yeah.
She's been doing alright. I mean, Cena, like he says, very, very few times he's bad up mic. Pretty solid promo, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, he can cut a good promo. Without this corny and this goofy stuff. When he's serious, he does really good. He cuts really well. I mean, I may not be a big fan of him or not, but he does what he does well. But we now move to Paul. You have your say on it.
I'm probably gonna need you to fill me in on this because I can't even remember what I was doing when this took place. Like I remember hearing what was going on. I remember the promo and I remember it was good. And, Stephanie's been delivering ever since she's been in wrestling. She's a great promo. She evokes a great reaction from the crowd, and she's up there with some of the best, not just females but males in history. So, I don't know what else happened besides the promo.
But after that, it was they set up the match with Kane and John Cena after that. So Kane came down.
That's right. Yeah, her started going back and forth, and she was trying to play the mortar and try to be the nice girl in this for a little while, and eventually it's got a little too much under her skin, and a little fire under her ass, and she started firing back at him, and I thought it was great. Cena was hilarious. He actually entertained me for once. And, honestly, I can't lie. Cena's been doing good in the last couple months, not just with his promos, but with his matches have been great too. So, I have no problem with John Cena getting TV time like he used to, as long as it doesn't revert to that fucking soul-crushing status quo that it used to be. It just shows that Cena can be refreshing, not overkilled and pushed on the fans. When the time is right, it's right. Don't overdo it. But Cena did have a laugh, man. He was going at Stephanie hard, and I enjoyed it. And she made the impromptu match, Kane versus John Cena, and they had a decent match. It went back and forth. Ultimately, John Cena won the match. I thought it was an alright match. Nothing special, but they did okay.
It wasn't that long,
No, it wasn't. It was probably like 6 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. But he ended up seeing because of no DQ. Because he got disqualified, Kane, from the corner. He kept, and the ref counted 5, and he didn't. And then Cena won because of no DQ. So at least Kane didn't get pinned or tapped out. So. But yeah, I mean, they did have a rival.
I remember
they did have a feud.
Last night.
What did you say?
Didn't he throw the steps again last night at someone like he did the Bray Wyatt at Payback?
Yeah, I think after a match. Yeah, like in the ringside, he did something like that. He knocked him out. He didn't throw it. I don't think did he throw it at him. I don't think he threw it at him. He just went towards him with it.
Nah, he threw it. They were close together, but he threw it.
I think he threw it. Yeah, maybe he did.
But that's pretty badass, man. For Cena, that's pretty edgy. I gotta give it to him.
That's the best movie he's done for ages. Yeah, I mean, that is bad. I have to admit, he knocked him out. Like, it took him a while to get after that. Yeah. Yeah, it was alright. Nothing special. It was a really a match. But yeah, that's it.
With
I
the way it's
mean,
working right now, I see, Dana Bryan's going into the structure match with Kane at Money in the Bank next.
yeah, money man.
Going into the structure match with Kane at Money in the Bank, and I see Dana Bryan going over, and I think they're gonna end up doing a program with Cena versus Bryan if this feud with Bray Wyatt isn't over yet. We all know he wasn't on Raw last night, so.
There was hints in that, wasn't he? He was, Cena told Stephanie, I never really had my rematch from SummerSlam. So he kind of said, I still want that match to happen. I still want to face Daniel Bryan.
Back and took the title from Del Rio. You have to work.
That's what I meant. He beat Del Rio for the title. He came back from 2 months. He's supposed to be out for 6 months or 8 months, and he comes back 2 months, and he gets a shot for the World Heavyweight title, which he beat Alberto Del Rio at Hell in a Cell. It's like, what else do you want? You get Dolph Ziggler came back from injury. He didn't get that. Come on.
Yeah.
He didn't get shit. He didn't even get no feud or nothing. They would just put him in superstars or main event or something. Random matches. But yeah, I mean, I'll go back to Aiden because he didn't say about the match with Kate and Cena. So.
It was alright. I mean, it's like not much really to say about it. I think you've discussed everything I was going to say.
Fair enough. It's alright, that's fair enough, yeah, because I'm sorry I should have said after what you thought about the match.
It's alright.
I just thought because what I said was quite long, and then I thought maybe have your say about that, about Stephanie and Cena on the mic, and then the match. But it's alright, it's alright. So yeah, let's move on now to, was that from that to, is it 3MB? 3MB, yay. Against Los Matadores, yeah. This feud hasn't ended, it's still going for months and months. But I don't know what's so special about this feud, it's boring the hell out of me. I mean, in the beginning it was funny and, yeah, but now it's just gone too far with it. I mean, now, we saw what El Torito beat Hornswoggle in that Hem versus Mask match. Was it half? He cut his hair, but not all of it. It's like half bald.
Yeah.
Got some hair in the back. It's like, I was like, really? It was like, but yeah, in the end, nothing really to say. I'm not going to say much about the match because I didn't watch. To be honest, I didn't really watch it. All of it. But yeah, I took like a break. But in the end, I think Diego from Los Matadores rolled up Slater, got the pin. I think because of El Torito took the wig from Hornswoggle, that groovy 1970s whatever wig he wears, which was quite funny, but he just took it off and he ran off, and then Slater got distracted, he did the roll up, got the win. Who cares? I mean, 3MB are just losing, they're just the biggest jobbers right now. I feel sorry for Drew McIntyre. Like I said, he should be better than this. But, even he's Slayer. But, okay. But yeah, so if you have anything to say about it, Aiden, or if you want to move on or pass it.
The match in itself, I got a bit bored of it. As for like the Torito and Hornswoggle feel, I love it. I love it. It just could just be just them two on their own wrestling, and I'd sit and watch it all day. Not really. Not really like 3MB and Los Matadores. Not really doing much.
The only guy I like is Drew McIntyre, really.
Yeah.
And I do like a little bit Heath Slater, but I don't like Jinder Mahal and the Los Matadores, not really.
The match will. What it was, it were a filler match, weren't it? Weren't really.
Pretty much. It's for the kids.
Yeah, just for entertainment value.
It's like a comedy match. Yeah, they have to put that in that 3-hour show, but I think it should be something else better. Maybe have like a Divas match longer, like 20 minutes. Would have been better. But hey, I'm not the booker, but that would be me. But yeah, we moved to Paul. Thoughts on that? match?
Really not much to go into detail when it comes to this match. It's starting to become overkill, and it's repetitive in my opinion. And it was funny at first, like you said, but now it's just too much. You know, what is there really to say? For the comedic value, he pulled his wig off. That's probably the only thing I enjoyed in the match. I thought that was kind of funny. It humored me somewhat, but other than that, that's one big problem WWE has is that they still do is when something works, that's great, but you can't keep going back to it. You have to stay fresh and bring something new to the table each and every day. That's
Yeah.
what makes wrestling so great. It's always something different. When you start doing the same thing over and over again, people lose focus. They start to not care anymore, and that's what's gonna happen with this. Nobody cares anymore, and it's just getting boring, and it's dropping ratings in the second hour because that's usually when they're performing.
Exactly, but they keep having these matches. They keep having this match every week, isn't it? If it's a tag team match or a singles match, it's always evolving Los Matadores and 3MB.
And they were
sick
hinting
of it,
at
really.
they were hinting at El Torrio versus Hornswoggle again at Money in the Bank, and I'm like, please, no.
Please, no.
No.
Yeah, didn't he tweeted about Hornswoggle said, I haven't finished business with you or something. I was like,
Yeah, he said,
please.
see you at Mini in the Bank. Mini.
What's
Yeah,
it gonna be? A mini Money in the Bank? It's gonna be like really. Just don't enough. The feud should be finished at Payback, surely. Surely.
I think I'm sure it were on Bleacher Report
Yeah.
that the only reason why they did the WLC match were just for Vince McMahon's and pure entertainment. Nobody agreed with it or anything. It was just sheerly for Vince McMahon. I find that quite funny.
Yeah, he must be loving this feud, Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
He's got some weird sense of humour, I have to say.
He's probably sat in back just laughing his ass off.
He likes midget guys. He likes midget wrestlers. What can I say? Yeah, didn't he have a feud at Hornswoggle about him supposed to be his son or something?
Yeah.
Legit son, or and Kennedy was involved.
Yeah, somebody else's son.
No, it was him. Apparently, they went with him, but Kennedy was involved with it as well.
Yeah, that's when Vince McMahon didn't want to take Hornswoggle in as a son, so DX picked him up. That was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
They'd give him cookies to do stuff, like they dressed up Santino as Chris Jericho and had him attack him. They're having a feud with Jericho. That was hilarious.
That was fun. I mean, yeah. I mean, he had Finlay as well with him. I think Finlay was pretty much his like a father to him. So
He actually gets a lot of TV time. The Finlay stuff, the DX stuff, the stuff he's doing now, the stuff he did with Great Khali. That guy gets a lot of TV time. Actually, I think he gets more TV time than Ziggler. A lot more.
yeah. Well, he's everywhere. Like SmackDown, Raw, main event, Superstars. I think he's on now. I mean,
Yeah.
he's like he's been there for a long time as well. He started with Finlay. I mean,
10 or
Finlay's-
11 years now.
My God.
10 years, I think.
Oh, that's a long time. But yeah, like I said, we all want this feud to end. Hopefully, it will end because I really don't care about it anymore. I have to say. So,
No, me neither.
really
We
don't.
We haven't seen a real pre-show set. Well, even though the Extreme Rules pre-show was really good, we haven't seen an adult-size pre-show since WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, and I actually watched that one because I thought it was going to be interesting. I think it was for the titles, tag team titles, which was a really good match. Like it was a fatal four-way. So do that, and then I watched the pre-show. If it's Hornswoggle El Torito, no, not gonna happen. But yeah. Anyway, let's move enough for that. Enough for El Torito and Hornswoggle. Yeah, we gave them enough time. So now we move to well, it doesn't really get much better, but we've got Divas match, Nikki Bella, in a handicap match with Alicia Fox and Oksana, because of it was ordered from Stephanie McMahon to punish Nikki Bella because obviously her sister's Brie Bella. She quitted, she quit. Hannah because she's pregnant. I don't know.
That's what everyone keeps saying, and I don't think it's true, but
I don't know, that's what I thought. I don't think it's true. She hasn't really said anything. And they just
Why
got
would they?
married recently. It's-
This doesn't like her quitting. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a thing where she quits and takes time off. It seems like she's quitting, but they're gonna play an angle off of it.
Yeah, that's what I think
Yeah.
because you know why I think she did that. I think because Daniel Bryan can compete on Money in the Bank because I think he's ready to go or something near to there. That's
It
why.
gives Daniel Bryan a legitimate reason to not surrender his titles for the time being until Money in the Bank at least.
Yeah, because if he doesn't compete at Money in the Bank and then she quit, it didn't really make. You might as well just give the title.
If he's not ready by Money in the Bank, as much as I love Daniel Bryan, who deserves this run, he has to surrender.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with big Daniel Bryan fans. I mean, I would hate to see him stripped, but if he has to do what he's got to do, everybody's done it. Cena said it, Batista's done it, Edge's done it. If he can't compete, I mean, they don't have that. They used to have that 30-day clause. If you can't compete, you have to give the title.
See, everyone's just like
It's be vacated.
he can't compete. All right, no doubt, surrender the titles, and normally they probably would do that, but there's way too much invested in this storyline.
Yeah, it's been going on since really SummerSlam, if you would say, with this Daniel Bryan. So it's been a long storyline, long feud. But we see. I mean, I think if Daniel Bryan can compete in Money in the Bank, it'd be a casket. No, it'd be a stretcher match. So we'll see if he can. But yeah, about the match, the handicap match. Not really much to say about it. I took a break when I thought it was a handicap match. Even though who's gonna, I think, win. We end up being Alicia Fox got the pin with the kick to the gut. It was the scissor kick, and she got the win for the team. But yeah, it was I guess it was average, okay. It's just a punishment, really. So yeah, that's much all I got to say about that. So we move to Aiden, if you have to say. Welcome back again.
Are we still at the Nikki Bella?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
your turn to say.
Nothing much really. Nah, not really.
Nah, you
I
want
didn't really
pass.
watch it that much. I didn't really pay that much attention to that match.
Yeah. Same, me both. But if you have any say about Paul, you can pass it if you want.
No comment really. It's just to play off that. It's just to play off the angle with Bree. She's not there, so of course Nikki's takes the second hand to punishment, and no, she got beat up quick, and it was over with. Thank God.
Yeah, pretty much. There's nothing special about to say. So yeah, let's move on now to I think after the match, I think the Wyatt family, well, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan was on the big screen, with the rocking chair, with no Bray Wyatt there. Harper started like a promo, like saying tonight they take up Bray's charge. Harper says tonight they will make the Usos suffer, and that they will pay for what they did. And he also said that there will be no share the flock, and they will suffer for their misdeeds as they will burn. And then Eric Rowan says, "Follow the buzzards." Creepy voice. I think that was the first time I heard him talk. But yeah, Luke Harper. Even he's a great wrestler. I think he's really, for his size, I think he's really great. But he can not just that. He can speak. Cut a good promo, which he did. I mean, he did very well with Bray Wyatt's absent. He took over him. It seems that Bray Wyatt teach him very well. Must be a great teacher, Bray Wyatt, isn't it? He did really good job. Luke Harper really impressed me. He had cut a few promos before, but this one was the best one I think he's cut. But yeah, he did a good job. Big fan of him. Big fan of the Wyatt fans, not just him. Yeah, so move on to Aiden. Your thoughts on that?
I thought it was a really good match. I'm looking forward to where it's going with with Luke
Well,
Harper.
it's the promo, it's not the match. Yeah,
Oh, the promo, sorry. Yeah, pretty solid. Solid promo.
Yeah, did a good. Yeah, they did a good job for his absence. But his return on SmackDown. So I thought that was a bit too soon. I thought he's going to return next week. Well, hey, but now we move to Paul. I know you look a bit tired there.
I disagree. I don't think it's too soon at all. I don't think he should even have missed Raw. You know, at the match at Payback, he dictated the majority of the match, and he was beating Cena up pretty bad the majority of the match. And, you know, besides the steel steps he threw at Cena threw at Bray, and you know the attitude adjustment at the end through the giant box was, you know, why this crazy demonic evil top heel not on television because of an attitude adjustment. Are you serious right now?
Yeah, actually, I'm looking
Completely
back.
unrealistic to me, you know, but that's okay. He'll address the WWE audience on SmackDown, and you know, I have to admit, man, you know, like you said, Adam, Luke Harper is a phenomenal wrestler, probably one of the best big men in the world today. In my opinion, he is one of the best big men in the world today. You know, a caliber of the Undertaker or Kane. You know, he's really is that great for a big guy. You know, very versatile, very athletic, strong. You know, very well rounded in the ring and outside the ring.
He can fly. I mean,
Yeah, you know, the suicide dives he does. He used to do plancas in the Indies, which is crazy for a guy his size. But
he is.
you know, the promo, just like I said, so well rounded. His promo was great last night. You know, I don't even think people realize Bray Wyatt wasn't there because he cut a great promo and he really, you know, stepped up to the plate and hit a home run last night. In my opinion, I thought he did a good job, and I'm looking forward to hearing him talk a little bit more. And even Eric Rowan, I want to see him get worked into the picture more. So.
Yeah.
You know, even though Bray Wyatt was off TV, which is a negative, you know, it gave Luke Harper the chance to step up, which was a huge positive in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to how they work it all together when he returns and see what they're gonna do. And you know, like I said, I don't think Bray should have been off the TV on Monday Night Raw, but it's their choice. Let's see what they do with it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Now looking back, I think maybe he should maybe appeared on more because he had. I mean, how he lost was an attitude adjustment to a box. Maybe he should have. I mean, but on one hand, if he appeared on Raw, Luke Harper wouldn't have his time on the mic. He wouldn't know how good he can speak on the mic. So.
I don't know. To me, it seems like this feud over. Like I don't know. It kind of seems like it right now because we don't know what he's going to do on SmackDown. But as of right now, it kind of seems like it's diminishing and it's over with. And Cena won, which seems pretty gay to me, but that's all right.
Cena, if it is the end of the feud, kind of disappointed because I thought maybe Cena was gonna.
Like I said yesterday, it's not if you lose, it's how you lose, and I thought Bray Wyatt outshined him, no doubt, in that match.
He did. Yeah, we did discuss about that in the Payback review. Yeah, he did shine. It was all really Bray Wyatt most of the time. So, but you know, Cena of course won. But we'll see. We don't know what's going to happen. What Bray's going to say on SmackDown, so I'll be watching SmackDown and see. But yeah. But now we continue to the match. This match was really nothing. I mean, there's not much to say about this match really. It's Jack Swagger versus Adam Rose, which I thought was going to be a Payback. Didn't happen. Maybe it was better it didn't because he wasn't really great. I have to say it was kind of terrible. But I didn't like it. You know. But I did realise that two of the girls from the Rosebuds, I don't know if you guys know it, they're from Ring of Honor. I think one of them Scarlett Bordeaux and the other one somebody else. I recognise her face. I know she's from Ring of Honor. But, you know. So that's probably the best thing about it. Yeah, I mean, we knew he was going to win. Adam Rose won. Paul Swagger, he loses again. I think he hit the swinging net breaker, I think it is, but he calls it the party foul, gets the win. That's really much it. I really have not much to say about it. I didn't really enjoy it. Yeah. So, but go to Aidan if you have any say, or you want to pass.
I didn't watch this match. I missed it. I saw the bit of promo that got cut at the beginning. And that's as much as I saw about that match. But as for that feud that's going on, it's still really early days to really say what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, there was a promo before with Zeb Carlson Swagger, who's talk about the illegal immigrants and they're taking our jobs. You know, he tells everyone to rise and put their hands in the heart and say, "We the people." But I feel sorry because Zeb Carlson is a really good manager. And I don't know, they just I don't know. I did really like Leo Kruger when he was Leo Kruger NXT, and I started to like him at Adam Rose NXT a little bit. But since he come on the main roster, a few weeks, I'm starting to be a lemon, not Rosebud. I'm becoming a lemon. To be honest with you, I have to admit it. I got it wrong about him, but I don't know what's happening. He's really made me not a fan of him anymore. I think they did a big mistake of changing his gimmick. I said it. They should have kept him a Leo Kruger. But we'll see. But now we move to Paul. You had a smile on your face. I bet you're happy with that. Yeah. But
I was smiling because the match was so short. But like I said, the direction they're going with Adam Rose, in my opinion, it's really not working. The only reason he is somewhat to the smallest possible extent getting a crowd reaction is because of his song. The song is, it's a catchy beat.
It's sort of like,
of course they're gonna react to it. Other than that, though, his in-ring skills are subpar. Mic skills are terrible. He sounds like a I hate to say this word, but he sounds like a fucking glittering idiot when he talks on the mic. What is it's completely nonsensical. No one really knows. He's in his own fantasy world. His vocabulary is ridiculous, but
can't take him seriously.
Even as Leo Kruger, when they were talking about bringing Leo Kruger up, I'm like, this guy is okay in the ring. He has, for his age and no mic skills, and I don't think he has anything to offer this company. I really don't. And people could say I'm wrong all they want, but I've seen plenty of guys like him come and plenty more go. So
I totally agree with you.
You got a point there.
I see him being relegated to a jobber stature within the next month. It's not good. You can only go so far with it before you say, hey, we have to cut the cord. It's done.
Yeah. I mean, look at Fandango. He's got a similar gimmick. Pushed him.
Fandango? I haven't seen him forever.
Yeah. We did even, let's see. I brought him up. We even didn't notice he's gone.
I like Fandango, though. He's athletic. He can go in the ring, and he's still young.
Yes. I actually liked him. I like it. I know the gimmick's a bit... He plays it really well with the gimmick. I wasn't sure at first, but he does it really well. I like it. I like him. I'm a big fan of him, actually.
He's alright, Fandango. I can't say he's one of my favourites. But I think if they got rid of the old...
I like him, but I'm not saying he's my
gimmick
favourite.
And made him a bit more edgy, I think he could really, really do well.
Yeah. Could do if drops the gimmick, becomes more serious, and maybe has that.
His in ring works brilliant. It's really good.
He did have a creepy gimmick before that, like NXT. Before he was he had before he turned to the dancer gimmick. He had a creepy, weird gimmick. He was like, "Don't be weird," and with the jacket on. But you can check it out. But maybe you should go back to that and be a bit more serious. It might work. So give it a try. But now I think. But he was supposed to feud with. He was in the middle of Layla and Summer Rae feud, but that's gone out of the window. What happened there? They're supposed to have a match at Payback. I dropped that.
Good though. That was a good call.
Yeah, I think so. And it's supposed to be Fandango as a referee or something, special referee. Yeah. That's it, really. We don't know. As you said, Paul, I agree. I think Adam Rose will end up being jobber in the end. I think Bo Dallas is going to be next to him as well. So
yeah, definitely. I
have to be disappointed. They're the two guys that brought up from NXT. Didn't care, disappointed. For a little bit Adam Rose I was, but I've become a lemon. So I'm more interested. He needs to do something because the crowd will not care. They sing his song. The UK, from my side, UK crowd, they were giving him a bit over time. They're chanting, singing along with it. Now, nah. Gone back to the States, not really much. But, Yeah, that's what I say. Let's move on to now we'll discuss about the tag team match, which was Usos versus the two members of the Wyatt family, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. They did bring the rocking chair to the ring. Obviously, no Bray Wyatt. You know, for what it was quite a long match, I felt. Thought they did well. Fine match. Didn't mind it. It's nice to see the Wyatt family win. Guess they're feuding with the titles. Maybe they're going to be the new tag team champions soon, which I'm all for it. But yeah, yeah. Eric Rowan got the pin. He did some kind of a set out gut buster, like a House of Pain. I think Mason Winder used to do it. Could be wrong. I guess his new finisher. But yeah, he pinned I think one of the Usos. And that's pretty much it. We'll see. I think they will get a shot maybe soon. A title shot. Don't know when it will be, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Decent match. So we move to Aiden. If you have now you have your thoughts on the match.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this match. I like what they're doing with Usos as well, putting them in with John Cena and making a feud with Wyatt family. Cause,
Yeah, that's really.
they've not really done anything for the past couple of months. Usos, and to say that they were tag team champions,
They haven't really feuded with anyone.
very rarely saw them. Yeah, they didn't really feud with anybody. So putting them into mix with Wyatt family and Cena gets it a bit more interesting, and hopefully we'll see some good matches out of Usos and Eric Rowan and.
For sure. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean they could be. I mean they could be good tag team matches. Definitely, I think they do. But they don't really have a bad match. Yeah, you know, I enjoyed the match, and as you said, they got some interest now. They're having that mix with the feud with Cena and Bray Wyatt. You know, they made. You know, the mix. I like that as well because they've been champions, yes, but they haven't really feud anybody.
Yeah,
I think the Outlaws a little bit with the Outlaws. They had a tiny feud, but
that just sort of fizzled out and not.
It just
really
went and disappeared after WrestleMania.
I think with Uso's gimmick as well really fits in with John Cena's sort of character as well. I mean, they both have a massively lit kid, so
yeah.
They can jump on, eat off of John Cena and really take it somewhere.
They're likeable guys, and they attack the fans with them. And you can't really see them as a bad guys. I know they were bad guys before, but they're more of a face to me. I like them anyway. I think they're a great tag team. They deserve to be champions right now, no doubt. But now we go to Paul. If you have your say about the match.
Eric Rowan and especially Luke Harper stepping up with the proverbial mouthpiece Bray Wyatt out of action last night. Them versus the Usos. In my opinion, I think that was match of the night last night. There wasn't really anything up to par with that, in my opinion. And they went out there and they've worked together so many times. They just have that chemistry in the ring, and everything flows well, and everything has great timing, executed perfectly. And I had no problem with the match. I thought they performed well for the time slot they were afforded on the program. So, I'm all for it. In my opinion, probably the best quality, as far as quality goes, the best match of the night. And, I could see Luke Harper and Eric Rowan taking the tag team titles from the Usos in the future, and them getting the win without Bray Wyatt there speaks volumes of how far they're going to get pushed now.
Yeah, it was a clean victory as well, but out Bray Wyatt sitting on the rocking chair, so that was speak volumes. They did really well.
And it was Rowan that got the pin.
That shocked me. And it was a new finisher as well.
Yeah, it's like a sit down choke slam, something like that.
Yeah, they call it sit out gut buster or something. They called it.
I don't even know what they call. I don't remember what they call it.
Because I've seen that move before. I think it might be wrong. If you check Mason Ryan, he used to do it. It was called House of Pain. He did. If you look at his debut with the Nexus, I think he did that to John Cena. Could be wrong, but I think similar to that.
I think he should use a choke slam. He's so tall, not even a choke slam. Use an inverted choke slam instead of grabbing them by the neck, they're turned around and grab them by the back of the neck. You swing their arm over, and you literally just pick them up in the air and just drop them on their freaking face.
They have that in the game in 2K14. They have him pick them up and then just throws them down. And it's funny you say that. It's funny, yeah. I mean, the funny thing you say about that, you said he should have his finish like a choke slam. In his Wikipedia page, it says his finisher, I think in the Indies, was a choke slam.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, well, he's tall.
There you go. So maybe he should, because his old finisher was like the running splash or whatever he used to do.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, I mean everybody was using that. Big E, Flybacks using that. Use something different. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, I enjoyed that match. As you said, I think they're going to be tag team champions soon. They did win it in the live event, a European tour, briefly. I can't remember if it's Edinburgh or somewhere.
The one at the Sheffield one, which I went to.
Is it that one?
Yeah, it was. Well, what were it now? They won it, and then the one at General Managers come out and.
Finley, I think they said Finley was there.
I think one was Finlay, and I think the other one, I can't remember his name, who's just got fired the other week.
What, Brian Maddox?
Yeah, he came out and said the match is going to carry on. Like,
but why did they stop it? Why did they do?
I don't know, because it were on the other side of the ring, so you couldn't really see what went on.
Oh, right. I was just. They didn't really show I saw like the video clip, but they didn't show all of it. I just see them holding the titles. I was like, okay, and then I saw Finley coming in, and that was it. It stopped. So it'd be nice to see a monster tag team champions, because I haven't seen one for a long time. So Big Show and Kane, I think, was the last time. But yeah, let's continue because it's getting late. So. Was it the Money in the Bank qualifying match, which was kind of random. They didn't say it was just like that qualifying match. I thought it'd be next week or something, but anyway.
I turned my TV off. I turned wrestling off for like 10 minutes once after that match. So
I was disappointed. Yep, I was. Paul was this. I knew it. I was thinking he would be mad over this. Berto Del Rio against Dolph Ziggler, which we was talking about. As you said, Paul, me and you, of course, Dolph Ziggler lost. He lost to Del Rio. He tapped out, even, which pissed me off. It's like, damn it, Del Rio, you're leaving next month. Do you really have to be in this Money in the Bank? With Dolph Ziggler was still the show, and he deserves to be in the Money in the Bank. I'm not saying Del Rio's bad or anything, but he doesn't need it. He does not need to be in the. He will not steal the show in the Money in the Bank. I mean, who's going to care about Del Rio in the Money in the Bank? So I was really disappointed. Yeah, he tapped out from the cross arm breaker. Del Rio qualifies. I'm hoping, but I'm maybe a little hope, a little faith that Dolph Ziggler will get a second chance in this qualifying match. Maybe he won't. Maybe next week he will have a chance. I don't know. Don't know what's going to happen to him next, but yeah, Aiden, if you have your saying about it.
Really same as you, really disappointed. Dolph Ziggler, what a guy. He deserves so much, and he's getting nothing.
It's getting treated like crap. Really.
Yeah.
Someone in the back doesn't like him. Someone doesn't like him.
I was really disappointed in it. Really.
Yeah, I agree. I just think someone I don't know if it's Triple H or somebody, just doesn't like Dolph Ziggler, his attitude, or I don't know.
It's like everybody.
His talent is phenomenal. I don't know.
Yeah.
He should be like in that main event spot. It should be going for the titles. No. I don't know. I can't explain what's going on. But, Paul, what are your thoughts on your guy losing? Really?
No, when you have a guy the caliber of Ziggler, the talent this guy has is phenomenal, and he deserves a push more than anybody in my opinion. He's been chopping out for over a year now, a year and a half, or whatever it may be. I'm not gonna start talking stats, but You know,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. You know, this is like the probably the fifth time, you know, he had an opportunity at something bigger, and, you know, it's like finally, you know, maybe he's finally gonna get his push and get his time, and, you know, what happens? He loses again. It's probably the fifth or sixth time he didn't get his shot, but
Yeah, because he had one with was it Beat the Clock challenge? Well, it's for the
he
IC
only
title.
beat Mark Henry by like a second or two, but
He had Mark Henry beat, yeah.
even like I don't get it. Like I would like to see both Del Rio and Ziggler in that match. Whether both of them lose or not is irrelevant. The fact
Yeah.
is they're going to enhance the quality of the match. You know, Ziggler losing might not be completely negative. There is a chance they have something better for him than just jobbing out at Money in the Bank. But until then, he's just jobbing out at Raw, so it's even worse.
But he's not. He's not. We said he's going to be maybe. Was it Evolution new member? Or it's not
That's
going to
what
be
I
him.
thought it was going to be at first because of that little mini feud they were doing with Batista.
Yeah. So it's not him. We know who it is. We will discuss that near the end. So.
Fortunately enough, what if they change? What if it's him in the Shield? That would look so weird with the Shield uniform on and his bright blonde hair. How funny would that look? I think it would fit still, but it
And
would
what
be.
about with the vest? Like he will rip some of it, you know, because he rips half his t-shirt.
I don't know. I see it being, you know, it's either going to be Zayn, Ziggler, or Punk to join the Shield if someone even does join. But you know, like
Yeah.
it's very very disappointing to see Ziggler fucking job out to Del Rio, and those guys have great chemistry. That was a good match. I wish it went longer.
Yeah, they really do have good chemistry. They always have good matches between them. They face each other. I think even Money in the Bank last year, that was stole the show really.
That was awesome. And he cashed, and then I remember when he cashed in the night after WrestleMania, I believe it was.
29, I think it was WrestleMania 29.
Yeah, night after WrestleMania 29, he cashed in, and the crowd went fucking bananas. That was awesome. And even last night when he came out, he was still over. He was getting chanted through the whole match, and like I don't understand it. Like the guy's over, the guy draws, the guy sells merchandise, the guy's good on the mic, he's great in the ring, and you're not gonna push him. I don't get it. What's the thought process? What's the mentality behind this? What are you doing to this guy? It's really demoralizing to a talent of his caliber.
Yeah, I just don't. It doesn't explain it because, as you said, he's on the mic. He can speak like very well. He has the crowd. He's over with the crowd. The crowd love him. I just don't. And he's so talented in the ring. He makes really good matches, and he sells the moves like no other does. I mean, I remember that move when Roman Reigns speared him a few times. He killed him in half like a car crash.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, damn. Man. It's just... Even Batista, I think a few weeks ago, Smackdown, Batista didn't... His spear is not that great. He still sold it very well. I mean... I don't know. If someone in the backstage must not like Dolph Ziggler. I mean...
I'm sure it's more than one because he's going on record saying he shoots his mouth off and he's not afraid to say something.
That's what I like. I do like. That's why most I like about it. He likes to say what he wants to say. You know, he's not scared to say it. But
No.
But we'll see. I don't know what they've got planned for him now. Unless he's gonna have a second chance, maybe in the qualifying match. But I doubt it. He might. Maybe he will try. Maybe if the authority will give him. So. But yeah, I mean, any last thoughts? I mean, I'm going to move on. No?
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's great. It's bullshit.
And everyone's like, well, he just got pushed a year ago when he won the Money in the Bank, and well, that's not true because he dropped the title like what, a month later.
Because of concussion. Yeah.
Yeah. And no one even knows for sure if that's a legit concussion or a storyline. Still.
We don't know.
What about the time Punk was supposed to be in the championship scramble match with Orton and Mysterio and all them, and they did the angle with Orton kicking him in the head, and he had a concussion.
Yeah, it's
Punk
that
was ready to go and
backstage or
defend his
something.
title. Punk dropped that title, and that was bullshit. The guy gets all this work for nothing.
Who replaced it? Is it Chris Jericho replaced him, I think? Yeah.
I can't remember who replaced him. I just remember that championship scramble and Punk getting completely screwed, and I was fucking pissed.
I was angry. I made me pissed off with Randy Orton, but back then Randy Orton was getting a lot. He was a good heel back then.
Yeah, he was. He did the killer.
So he did that very well. He made us really angry with him. So you just want to punch his face in at that time. So
I think people still do that, but
still, but I think eventually he did get his revenge. I think CM Punk. I think after a few years later.
WrestleMania too, so
Yeah,
bullshit. He should have won that match too. Stupid.
it is.
I hate how they put other guys on a pedestal.
Logic. I just see, and he's so talented. I don't know why. It's not like he's not talented and doesn't have the package. Just bizarre, mate. But anyway, let's now move on to a tag team match, which was a Ryback, Curtis Axel and Ryback against Goldust, but his mystery partner was Sin Cara, because Cody Rhodes picked the partner for Goldust because he doesn't think he's good enough to be his partner anymore. He's watching in the locker room with a suit. That's when I thought maybe he would join Evolution because he was wearing a suit. And there was and before then a little bit I thought maybe he would join, but we know who would join. We discussed that after. But yeah, about the match, it was nothing too special. It was alright how it was. You know, Ryback won. You know, pretty much because Steve Cole was going to do the Swanton Bomb. Axel moves out of the way, hits his finisher. You know, swinging a net breaker sort of, and covers for the win. So that means Sin Cara is not good enough to tag with Cody Rhodes, Goldust. Cody looked kind of disgusted, pretty pissed. I guess every week we're going to see him choosing different partners for Goldust, I guess. And then it will be Booker T. I think he's going to end up choosing Booker T. But I think that's going to happen, yeah. They used to be partners. But I don't know if this is going to lead him to turn heel or maybe. It's hinting, but
Something's going to happen somewhere. There's going to be friction where one of them goes
Something's
one
gonna
goes the other.
one of them must going to turn heel. But you think maybe it's Cody Rhodes, but hey, maybe a bit like a swerve, like with Rollins. Maybe Goldust might turn heel and say, "Well,
I'd like to be
partners," you know.
Even though Goldust is a good heel in my opinion, underrated heel in my opinion, I think Cody needs to be the one to turn heel because he needs, like I said, he's always been really good, but he's never had that amazing moment. He's never had that attitude or his chip on his shoulder where he goes, I'm gonna go out there and take this. This is mine to take, and whether you like it or not, I'm gonna steal the show, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And he's never had that moment. He's never had that chip on his shoulder. He's never had that extra oomph.
Yeah.
He needs that. And if Goldust is a face and Cody's a heel, brother, blood versus blood, that's when feuds are the best when you're that close to someone. So, this could be really, really good for Cody. And at the end of the day, it's all for Cody too. So
You're right, because he's the younger guy. Goldust is going to make him look $1,000. He's going to try and make him go over. If he does turn heel, people. I mean, he did a really good job when he was a heel when he was the IC champion. So he can be a good heel, really. He can.
Is that when he had the mustache?
no, yeah.
No. That was, I think, after. That was after.
Are you
He
talking
had
about
that mask. He had that mask.
he did the paper bag stick?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And then before they had that kind of
Dashing Cody Rhodes.
dashing smoke and mirrors and.
I love that Cody Rhodes.
I don't know. I like the mask one. I thought he was really
I
legit.
think the mask one, he really sold that. Really
He sold,
did.
and then I had that match with Rey Mysterio for the IC title.
Yeah.
That was really good. Yeah. I think he could be a really good heel, and so can Goldust. I mean, the Attitude Era, but I would go with Goldust turning heel. Actually, he could have been in the Evolution, but we'll discuss that in a minute. So yeah, we moved to.
You know what kind of, I guess, sort of, he's going to be picking all these partners for him, and I feel like they're just going to keep losing and losing with all the partners he picks. And Cody's going to come to the realization that, it's not me, it's you. And he's going to point the finger at Goldust. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Good point.
I thought that.
Yeah, good point. Exactly. That's when he turns heel and snaps and think.
Maybe it's
man.
just Cody testing the waters to see who really is the bad one, and when he finds out Goldust keeps losing with other partners, he's gonna snap like that. He's gonna turn on him, and who knows how it's gonna work out. But I see it being way better than expected. Maybe leading to an I-Quit match or something would be nice.
That would be really nice, but that's going to happen. Yeah. But there should be I think it should be at SummerSlam the match. I think that's the.
It's like the mid card, the good mid card, even no matter how good it is, the mid card feuds never get any stipulations or anything.
They should. They used to.
Yeah.
Get stipulations, but I don't know why they're not anymore. But that means we're losing another tag team in the division. We're losing tag teams. That's when the Ascension should get to the main roster now, because we're going to lose the Brotherhood, so pretty much. But yeah, we move to Aiden if you have your say on it, about the match and overall.
Match overall pretty good. Yeah, not much real to say about it. I think we've covered most of it.
Yeah, it was decent. It was. But, yeah, I mean, Paul, if you have your say about the match, if you have.
Yeah, it was all right. Better than most matches that we've seen last night on Raw. So it was okay.
Yeah.
Having the Ryback had the impromptu match also against Rhodes Brothers at Payback too, and that was okay. But I don't know. It's just this show felt like, I don't know. It just didn't feel like legit to me.
It didn't really feel like a Monday Night Raw feeling to it.
Like if you break the show down to like good parts, you probably have 20 minutes of programming, and the rest is just all hoopla. You think of it, you got the opening segment with Batista, and that was good. That was alright.
Good.
And then you had the Stephanie McMahon John Cena promo, and then you had the heel turn at the end.
But no, also Luke Harper's little promo.
Yeah, Luke Harper.
That too.
So
Yeah, but you take all that programming, you get like 25 minutes. Where's the rest of the show?
Well, yeah, I mean, what about the matches? None of them were really. They were decent or average. None of them.
There weren't really any matches that really stood out to me and made me like, wow.
None of them was match of the night. Wasn't. All of them was like 2s and 3s, like out of 5. But yeah, so let's move on to the last thing of the night. It was the main event of the Raw. Was Roman Reigns against
I gotta tell
Randy
you,
Orton.
before you jump into that real quick, just like a quick thing about Seth Rollins is that the word is people are sending him death threats.
Death threats.
Sad because like there's never been that much heat. The last time there was heat on a guy like that was when Sergeant Slaughter turned heel and joined
The Rock.
Iraq was
Rock armies.
fucking. That's the last time someone had heat like that. So this is in times like this. That's not too good. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's okay if you want to have your say. It's alright. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I will discuss about that in a minute. But I mean, I'm gonna say about what they said. It didn't happen the match really. It didn't. You had Ambrose. He said they did. He talked on the mic. He said they did exactly what they was gonna do. They eliminated Evolution without losing Shield member. And then you had Rollins on the mic and said the Shield adapted while the Evolution received. And then, after that, I think the Evolution came out pretty much. They said, Reigns he told Owen he's gonna go there and he break his jaw. So, and then you had Triple H with the sledgehammer. He had his say. And but before he had to say, Rollins rolled out the ring, got a steel chair, grabbed it, and then Triple H said that's what he says, that what he does better than anybody is that he adapts. And Triple H says last night was plan A, but tonight's plan B. And he says always plan B. There's always a plan B. And then suddenly, unexpectedly, shock the WWE fans shocked me, I thought probably everyone. Unexpected heel turn, Seth Rollins turning against the Shield, betrayed them. You can make just turn. He just smashed the back of Roman Reigns, bang, and Dean Ambrose's face expression just told the story. Just he couldn't believe what just happened. He was like, huh? And then suddenly he just put the steel chair in his stomach.
He went to go at him too. He went to go at Seth. He went after Seth and he hit him.
Yeah,
with
he
a chair.
did. He smacked him more than Roman Reigns. He smacked him in the back 5-6 times. The chair was broken.
Ambrose is used to that, man. The guy used to wrestle death matches all over the world. He's used to eating thumbtacks and shit. So a couple steel chair shots ain't gonna deny to hurt him.
Yeah, nothing's gonna, it's like ECW version. I said it before, where he
Right,
used
he's
to.
the kind of guy that, like, if he's working a match with you, he'll say, no, don't hit me 2 or 3 times, fucking unload on me. Hit me 8, 9 times to the point where it looks like I can't compete. He's the kind of guy that'll say, go all out on me, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like where he was like ECW. He had a lot of blood matches there. He's a tough guy, but it was shocking,
Easy W.
All the I didn't expect Steph Rollins just to turn. I was expecting Dean because he was the obvious one because he can play that heel role. So he shot the hell out of me, and then what happened after that? Was it he did the curve stomp to Ambrose, the blackout.
Love that finisher. There's just something about it, I just love it. It's like one of my favorite finishers.
It is. Mine was the ball hammer, but it's not that far behind, He did it onto Dean Ambrose. He took it so well onto the steel chair. Nasty. And, and then after that, what was happening? And then Rollins gives the steel chair to Randy Orton. Orton hits the steel chair to Reigns, takes his vest off. Gives the RKO to the steel chair. All pose. All ends like that. Still we need explanations why Seth Rollins done that. Because one hand you could say it didn't make sense because the Shield beat Evolution twice at 2 pay-per-views. They were strong and Evolution were weak. And why would he abandon a strong allies team to go to a weaker side? It's like, let's say, like a Premier Team football is like you're leaving, leaving Arsenal to go to, West Ham or something. It's just you're going down. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you guys, your thoughts on this? Go with Aiden now. Your thoughts on this unexpected heel turn for Seth Rollins?
I was fucking pissed off. Words could not describe.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned it earlier. I did see it coming. We should have saw it coming. Like when Triple H was there doing his little mic work, saying, "I've always got a plan B."
Something was going to happen when he said that. Yeah.
Roman Reigns and Ambrose stepped forward,
and he was behind.
and then Seth's gone to get some chairs, and then I'm thinking, well, what's going on here? Why did he step forward? And then the next minute, it's bang, have some of that, Roman. And then Ambrose's face, when obviously sort of clicks on what's happening, is priceless. But
I'm speechless about it.
It still really hasn't sunk in at the minute that he's actually done it.
It's the biggest swerves in history in heel turns to me. I haven't seen one for a long time.
It's just coming from Payback when we've just went to town on Evolution. And for me, Seth Rollins at Payback was probably the man of that match. Coming off at Titantron and
he's Spider-Man. He's still. I said it to Paul before. He's like a ninja Spider-Man. He's phenomenal in the ring. Yeah, steals matches. Yeah.
I think it was very, very clever how they've done it though. Because everybody says, Dean Ambrose, it was the obvious one.
It was predictable, and this one was unpredictable.
Predictable. If Roman Reigns did it, as much as I like Roman Reigns, I still think his mic work isn't up to par with Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I've always said it. Seth Rollins is your all-round guy. So for him to go heel, it's probably the best decision to take one of the members out of Shield.
That's how, yeah. In shock. I mean, I didn't think the Shield would break now. I thought it was going to be at least after SummerSlam. I thought the team's going to disband. I didn't think it would be now, and I didn't think if Steph Rollins be the one to cause this. So they be fair to WWE. I give them a clap. They completely shocked me and just made it unpredictable for me, which I like. Surprised me. I like surprises. Good, but yeah, let's move to Paul. If you have now your say on the unexpected heel turn.
Wow, like completely spontaneous. No one saw it coming. Literally, like a spur of the moment type of thing. And the Monday Night Raw to fall out from the Payback pay-per-view, and them coming off their second win against Evolution. I don't think anyone saw this coming. I know myself, as CW had said many times in the past, even months and months back, and a lot of people, the majority of fans said Reigns is going to be the first one to get a push, and I said I don't know. I think in-ring ability, as far as in-ring ability goes, Seth Rollins is stand out in the Shield, and I wouldn't be surprised if Seth is the first one to make that move. And lo and behold, he was. And in my opinion, for how great this heel turn was executed, and how it was just perfect. Like everything was like, this is probably one of the best heel turns of all time, honestly, in my opinion. And the way they executed it was just flawless. And that leads me to believe that this wasn't just something that was cooked up about a week or two ago. I think this was the plan all along. Build Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
Build Dean Ambrose wild card as the guy who's going to end up leaving and breaking free from the Shield, and keep billing him, throwing it down the fans' throats to the point where it's completely blatantly obvious. And then when Seth turns, no one was expecting it. It was just like it just leaves people flabbergasted, and that's what makes great wrestling. And that was a classic moment, in my opinion. That's going to go down as probably one of the
best swerves in history. I
don't even know what to call it. And Seth Rollins has a lot of heat on him now, as does Evolution. And you bet your ass that Reigns and Ambrose are going to get way bigger pops than they ever received before. And
yes,
it really does. It's a positive for both sides. And even though they split apart, they're still really great friends in real life. They're best friends in real life. And the funny thing, Seth was on the mic before when he was still with the Shield, before he turned on him. He's saying, "We're brothers. We're brothers." He just kept repeating it, and like you and Aiden said, when he went out to get the chairs, like Dean and Reigns stepped forward, and I'm like, and it was probably like a 20-second thing before anything even happened. He's just like,
"Where's that still chairs?"
Like, why is he still standing back there? And why did he grab two chairs? And like, just weird stuff like that. It just didn't make sense to me. And then when I saw him, I just saw him just cock back, and I'm like, oh, it's over. Smack Reigns drops, he's freaking guillotining across the rope, just hanging there.
I was so angry. I was like, damn it, Steph.
It's so sad.
The Shield.
They're my
the
favorite.
Hell of Justice.
My favorite faction. One of my favorite factions of all time, and
yes, they
probably
are.
the best faction to hit besides Wyatt in the last 5 years.
Even close to the Wyatt family.
But
great.
wow, it's just like I'm still speechless about it now, and I don't even know. It's just like it's one of those things. It's like, wow, like the Undertaker streak was crazy. First they do that, and now they do this, and it's like I saw a meme on Facebook the other day, and it's like Triple H just kept telling the fans in the meme, it's just like keep saying yes, watch what happens. Shield break up, Undertaker streaks broken, and it's just like all these other consequences because of that. But it's just like I'm still to this moment, I'm speechless, and I really can't fucking wait for Raw because I'm pretty sure I don't think they're gonna do anything with it on SmackDown. It's too big of a thing now.
No, it's not going to be on main event on SmackDown.
Yeah, no, they'll make it on SmackDown and show what happened on Raw, but they're not gonna play off that on Monday night.
Exactly, it's a big. It's a big storyline, so now it's going to be next week. You will get some answers, maybe. If he won't say anything, maybe he will just.
I'm really happy for Seth Rollins, though.
So happy, yeah. He's having his shine.
Even though they were already legitimized and they were already credible wrestlers in their own rights, and they all can talk, and even Roman was starting to improve on the mic, and Seth is getting a lot better, really at a really fast pace, and But that's his moment, man. It's this. He joined Evolution.
He took it.
He's set. He's WWE main event. He's the main eventer for the rest of his life. He is up there with the top guys in the company, and wow, it's like the role he's in now is the role Randy Orton was in back then in like 2005, 2006, and he's gonna shoot for stars. And Seth Rollins, in my opinion, modern day Jeff Hardy, way better in the ring though.
That's what I think of him.
There's so much this guy has to offer, and there's so much we haven't seen from him yet. And if the Shield acquires a new guy like Zayn or Punk or Ziggler, they need a new guy. There's no way.
It wouldn't make sense if it's just 2 against 3 guys. No, we know.
No, it's gonna eventually lead to Dean and Reigns getting their asses handed to them every single week. They're gonna split up.
So you have to have that, as you said, replacement. I mean, it's going to be sad because Steph Rollins is always going to be that original Shield member, no matter what. So it was sad when he did turn heel, but it was still pretty awesome. I have to say. I had mixed feelings, but I'm still not. I'm not going to turn his back. Some fans might say, "Oh well, he's turned against the Shield. That means I'm not going to like him now." But to me,
WWE actually released a statement saying Seth Rollins has joined Evolution, or is that just what fans are just saying?
Kind of. I think he had. Well, he had didn't he have the picture backstage? They posted.
Yeah, I can remember seeing it.
Yeah, they're all together and they look like. They confirmed it. They confirmed it. Really, didn't have to write it. I think I think in the website he did say something. He did join Evolution. But yeah, he's definitely joined. I don't think he's going to go back with the Shield. But yeah, I thought it was a great moment in history. I have to say, biggest swerve. Just like the Undertaker losing to Brock Lesnar, that was so unpredictable. I mean, yeah. No one would have called that was going to happen when Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar. I mean, right next to it, really.
The thing with this is they were still 100% relevant, and they didn't need to break up. So for them to break them up like that, they must have something really, really good planned. Think about it. And
I think
what's cool is it's going to lead to eventually. They didn't need to break up, so they had so much more to offer. So. Give it like 2 years, maybe down the road, they'll probably get back together or something. Who knows?
Look, Evolution did it.
All the greatest factions do it. They get back together at some point or another.
They're gonna do it. No.
Just for now.
Just for now, exactly. I mean, now I can see Steph Rollins being the Money in the Bank, and maybe people are saying Cesaro is the favourite. Hey, maybe Steph Rollins now is the favourite going to win.
Could be. Now he's out there for a singles push.
Exactly. I think he's, like you said, he's like the Randy Orton in 2004-05 when he going and won the title. He was the young gun there. Steph Rollins the same, because Orton is more like, you had the Triple H and Ric Flair. Triple H is like the Ric Flair, the manager. So.
The thing I read online about the death threats that's insane, because I knew he had heat, but I didn't think it was anywhere near the level of that. Like I said, no one's gotten heat like that since Sergeant Slaughter joining with the Iraq fucking militia and Iron Sheik and all that.
Wow, I didn't even know about it. You're the first one to tell me about that.
I just read it on Facebook like 10 minutes ago on Open Talk Wrestling on CW's Open Talk Wrestling group.
Yeah, that's a plug-in for them, Open Talk Wrestling.
Yeah, cheap plug for CW and
cheap one there. Yeah, he said he will plug our show. We'll see. But,
I think, because I read somewhere that they were originally planning to push Roman Reigns and Triple H at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
It's just clicked in my head. What if Dean Ambrose went in as 4th member at Shield? So Triple H sort of goes to Ric Flair's place, and they all sort of move up one.
You
That
mean
leaves-
Dean Ambrose joining Evolution? Do you mean?
Yeah.
What if they could do? That would be weird if Ambrose turned 2 and then Reigns was solo. That's
Yeah.
possible. That
That'd
could
be
happen.
Then it'd leave Triple H with Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, if that's the original plan that they wanted.
That's the direction they were heading towards. That's what it sounded. I thought that was a great idea, and they could have done that and then they could have done Cesaro versus Lesnar, and they could do Dean versus Seth, and if they go in that direction, that could be that could be the best SummerSlam of all time.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be. We don't know. It could be the main event, so we don't know. It could be a really good match. Yeah, I'm all for it. So I think it's going to happen because you see, Roman Reigns did pin Triple H at Payback, so you think he want revenge after losing, that match. So yeah, but I don't know what's going to happen with Batista when he comes back. So. Okay, so I wonder we will see who's going to replace Steph Rollins from the Shield. Could be someone from NXT like Sami Zayn would be nice. CM Punk returning like I said a few months ago, like a big angle. I was saying maybe they're saving him for a big angle and keeping it quiet, and then
That's the thing.
then
Because
he changed it, and then he comes out being with the Shield and he takes out Triple H because Triple H and him are not eye to eye. So
they
makes
didn't have
sense.
to break up though. That's the thing. So for them to break them up so quickly and so like unpredictably, like for them to break them up like that, they're building to something huge, and it's more than just Seth joining Evolution. There's more behind that.
Still need some answers about that. Still need to know why Steph done it and what's gonna build up.
They're gonna let this ride out a little bit for maybe a week or so, not give you the answers that you want, just to keep that heat going.
Yeah,
So you want it to come back and find out what's happening.
That they could do that actually.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I was thinking. Maybe as well. Maybe he won't say what maybe his thoughts about why he did that. He's not going to say it. So
I think they'll sort of beat around the bush with it and not
It
really
could be like
give you.
Brian versus. It could have been like a lot of people are saying like that. It could be like Brian versus Bray, and there's an alternative motive, and he's just trying to get inside to break them down from inside. But the way he took them out, I don't think that's true.
I don't. As you said, I think Aiden said it. Maybe you said that Dean Ambrose could join Evolution, but if that was the case, wouldn't Steph Rollins wouldn't attack Dean Ambrose? Wouldn't he help attack Steph Rollins and help him out?
True.
Bash him?
But
Hunter
Hunter,
an angle for like next week or so.
Yeah. Maybe he would change his mind and think, well, maybe if he's going to the Evolution, well, maybe I should go and join him there. Join the link. Now we lost one member. So we don't know,
especially with Dean's reaction, like when it hit Roman and Roman's not playing knocked out.
yeah.
Dean Ambrose was sort of, it looked like he wanted to go, but he didn't want to go. Should he have gone? And then he stepped to him and then took the chair.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Pretty
still.
much.
I think I'm gonna have to go watch that again because it's just like what the fuck.
It was a what the fuck moment, yeah, pretty much.
No lie, when it happened,
Holy shit moment.
I was literally so in tune to what was happening. I completely muted the crowd. I don't remember hearing anything at all. I don't remember the crowd reacting.
I think it went silence like a library. It was,
Nothing. I don't remember any reaction. I can't even remember hearing the commentators talking. I was so zoned into what was going on.
yeah.
It's just one of the.
They were
massive
shocked as well.
sold out chance.
Yeah, there was some sold
I-
out chants after.
You sold out.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah,
That's come on, people. You gotta grow the fuck up. That's the guy.
Yeah,
They're getting too serious about it. They're thinking he's actually, a really nasty guy. I don't know. Probably in real life. They're going too serious about it. But
And
still, it was a great moment in history of wrestling.
They're still gonna travel together, Dean, Seth, and Reigns.
Yeah. Nothing changes. Out of the WWE, I'm sure they're going to be hanging with each other. They're best friends, as you said. Doesn't mean anything. So it's not going to change anything. So I don't know. Fans need to calm down. Some fans There's no need to do death threats or any stupid things or any dumbass stuff. Just sit back and watch. Calm.
I just like it just gets kind of nerve wracking because like, what if a fan tries to jump in a barricade or something? Never
I'm
know.
surprised someone didn't do that.
Like, I'm sure they're not going to do any. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised it didn't happen last night.
Yeah, if they was doing the death threats, why didn't some fan jump over the barricades? And
There were girls in the crowd crying, dude. There was girls in the crowd fucking crying.
There's one guy, and he's just like, you can just hear him shouting, "How could you? How could you?" Like that. And,
yeah, when he was going that direction, he was going to the stage. Yeah.
I remember when he cocked back with the chair, when he wound up with the chair, I heard someone go, "No!"
Yeah. That's the bit that shocked me. I think because there was that like silence just as he cocked the chair back, and there was not like a word said in crowd at all. You just hear someone clicked onto it and just go no, and then the chair hit, and it was just like, no, this ain't happening. This is not happening.
Can't believe what happened. Yeah.
That whole thing was brilliant. The whole ending to the show, the heel turn, fucking brilliant, man.
WWE deserves a big clap. They did really well for it.
They really do, man. That was top notch. One of the best heel turns I've ever seen in my entire life. I
enjoyed it. It's better than, you could say, better than my Jimmy and Shawn Michaels even.
That was better to me. I mean, one of my favourite turns was when Stone Cold turned and he went with Vince McMahon.
WrestleMania, yes.
Yeah, that was 1,000 times better than that when Stone Cold turned.
With Marty and Shawn, yeah, it's one of the best heel turns of all time, no doubt. But there was already animosity, and there was differences and dissension within the ring with Shawn and Marty, and they were going back and forth, and you could see the tension building between the two. So it was kind of expected. With this, they've been on the same page the last 2 months now, and they were solid together, and they've been winning. So this was far more unpredictable, I think, in my opinion, than Shawn.
Very unpredictable, because there was no Seth Rollins
no indication.
Yeah, that's the word. Or no conflict with the Shield. It wasn't like, I know a few months ago he left his tag team partners in a match, but then he come back, I think, and said, "I'm sorry, we're brothers. We still are badass tag stable. We stick together. Believe in the Shield." He's like the peacemaker.
They were slapping each other around.
So I thought it was because Dean Ambrose wasn't sure. Remember when he was they did this, the fist, believe. Dean Ambrose was thinking about it. I thought he's the one, to me, he's going to turn on them eventually. I was wrong. We was all wrong. Seth Rollins.
Oh, they pulled the wool over my eyes.
Stuff. Brilliant. I love when it surprises. This is what WWE should do, to give us surprise and unpredictability. I'll be very happy. I don't like it.
They've been building to that longer than anybody thinks. I think
it was from them when Seth Rollins left them. I think that's when they started to. That tag team match, when he left them high and dry, that's when I think it all started. But we didn't think that at the time. So. But yeah, I mean, any last thoughts before we end the show? I mean, we could discuss this until tomorrow or for days or weeks. But
until the cows come on.
Getting late, so we can talk. We can talk about it. If you have any last thoughts, we can talk about another show. It's okay. But so with Aidan, thanks for being a guest. If you want to leave your plug in, like Twitter.
I can't remember it now. I'll just put it in link below thing.
Yeah, if you give it to me, I'll put it in the link description. Yeah, that's
it. That's the one.
That's fine. Yeah, that's right. Easier for you. But you can always be on the show next week as well. So if you're going to be on Tuesday, you can join our team. You can join our team. You don't have to be just a guest. So, yeah. You're replacing one guy, as we said earlier. So we got moved to Paul. If you have your plug in now, to follow you on Twitter or Facebook.
Follow me on Twitter at _Arabian Wolf and add me on Facebook at Paul Gazer.
Yeah, you should do that. And of course, you know what to do. Follow us on Twitter at PWF as well, which we upload our episodes on there. Same on Facebook at Broadcast Wrestling Fallout, which we do the same. And join our group discussion, Broadcast Wrestling Fallout, for wrestling, discuss anything with our broadcast videos is there as well. So TNA, WWE, Ring of Honor, Japan, any indie show, you can discuss. And you can, of course, if you haven't already, you should, really should, subscribe now. Click that subscribe button now and spread the word and tell friends and pro wrestling fans, anyone else likes wrestling, to see what we do. You know, it's important. We are growing. We've been doing it a few months, so we've got 103 subscribers. We're hoping to gain more. Hopefully down the line we will. So I hope you guys, the fans, like the show. You can share us, like us. So from the PWF team, we are out. So, yeah.